Welcome, dear viewers and subscribers. Before we begin our journey into the extraordinary tale of Jonathan, let's take a moment to pause and reflect. It's in these quiet moments that we often find clarity and peace. So let's together pray for protection, for blessings, and for wisdom as we navigate through our own life's journey. May each one of you be blessed with health, happiness, and the strength to overcome any obstacles that come your way. Now let's delve into the captivating story of a man who found himself at the crossroads of life and death, and emerged with a message that would alter the course of his life forever. Greetings, subscribers and viewers. Today we delve into the extraordinary tale of a man who stood at the precipice of life and death, and returned with a message that altered the course of his life. Now imagine a man at the pinnacle of political power, a man named Jonathan. His reputation was built on pragmatism, on a keen ability to navigate the turbulent waters of politics, often resorting to unscrupulous tactics. He was no stranger to the art of compromise and maneuvering, an expert in the game of power. His life was a whirlwind of debates, decisions, and power plays, each day more chaotic and demanding than the last. But, as it often happens, the relentless pace of life caught up with him in the most dramatic way. One day, in the midst of his bustling political career, Jonathan's heart gave out. A severe heart attack, a grim reminder of his mortality, brought him to the very brink of death. The bustling world of politics, the endless debates, the power plays, all faded into insignificance as he teetered on the edge of the great beyond. This was a moment that would have been terrifying to most, but for Jonathan, it was an awakening. As he drifted into unconsciousness, his world transformed. All the noise, the chaos, the stress of his life was suddenly replaced by an overwhelming tranquility. He found himself enveloped in a realm of ethereal light, a world far removed from the hustle and bustle he had known. But this was just the beginning of Jonathan's extraordinary journey. Little did he know that he was about to receive a message, a divine revelation that would forever change his perspective, his priorities, and ultimately, his life. As Jonathan drifted into unconsciousness, he found himself enveloped in a realm of ethereal light. This was his awakening, a moment that marked the beginning of a transformation that would not only reshape his life, but also the lives of those he was destined to lead. But that, dear viewers, is a story for another time. In the midst of this otherworldly tranquility, a radiant being approached Jonathan, introducing himself as a messenger of the divine. This messenger was an awe-inspiring figure made of pure, ethereal light. The presence of this being brought a profound sense of seriousness, a weight that Jonathan had never experienced in his political career, or indeed in his entire life. The messenger began to reveal a series of visions to Jonathan, but these weren't comforting glimpses of paradise. Instead, they were stark, unflinching revelations of the consequences of Jonathan's political decisions. These visions showed the faces of people who had suffered as a result of the policies Jonathan had supported. Policies that were driven not by the welfare of the people, but by personal gain and political expediency. The visions continued, showing the long-term impacts of Jonathan's actions. He saw the degradation of the environment, the widening gap of social inequity, and the erosion of public trust in leadership. These were the harsh realities of his legacy, the direct outcome of his decisions. But then, the visions shifted. Jonathan was shown the potential future of his nation. It was a future darkened by corruption, division, and despair, all stemming from the path he had chosen. However, the messenger didn't just show him this bleak future. He also showed him an alternate future, a future where Jonathan had made decisions guided by integrity, empathy, and a genuine commitment to serving the greater good. This future was bright, marked by unity, prosperity, and a restored faith in leadership. The messenger left Jonathan with these words: "You have been granted a rare opportunity, Jonathan. The choices you make have the power to shape the destiny of many. Leadership is a divine responsibility. You are at a crossroads." The visions were a stark revelation of the wide-reaching impacts of his actions. They served as a profound reminder of the responsibility that comes with leadership, and the power that one man's decisions have to shape the future for generations to come. But the revelations didn't end there. The messenger showed Jonathan two possible futures for his nation. Imagine, if you will, a future marred by corruption, riddled with division and soaked in despair. A future where the social fabric is torn apart, where the environment is pushed to its limits, and where the public's trust in its leaders has eroded to nothing. This was the first future that Jonathan saw, a future that was a direct consequence of his past decisions, decisions driven by personal gain and political expediency rather than the welfare of the people. But then, like the first rays of the dawn breaking through a night of darkness, the scene shifted. Jonathan was shown an alternate future, one that was bright, marked by unity and prosperity. A future where his decisions, if guided by integrity, empathy, and a genuine commitment to serving the greater good, could lead his nation to. A future where the environment was cherished, where social equity was a reality, and where the public's faith in leadership was restored. A future that was within reach, if only he chose the path of righteousness. And there, in that ethereal realm, Jonathan found himself standing at a crossroads where one path led to the continuation of his old ways, resulting in a future of despair and destruction. And the other path, the path less traveled by, led to redemption, to hope, and to a brighter future for his nation. Jonathan was faced with the most significant decision of his life, a decision that was not just about him, but about the millions of lives that his choices would impact. The messenger's voice echoed in his mind. "You have been granted a rare opportunity, Jonathan. The choices you make have the power to shape the destiny of many. Leadership is a divine responsibility." With these visions, the messenger left Jonathan with a choice that would determine his path to redemption or further downfall. Awakening in a hospital room, Jonathan was a changed man. No longer the pragmatic, unscrupulous politician he once was, he found himself reborn from the ashes of his near-death experience. The visions from the ethereal realm still vivid in his mind, he was now acutely aware of the profound impact his decisions had on the world. Jonathan's transformation was not merely personal. It was a revolutionary shift that would ripple outwards, affecting his political career and the lives of those he served. He understood that his actions, his choices, his voice in the political arena could be a force for good, a beacon of hope in a world often clouded by cynicism and distrust. No longer motivated by personal gain or political expediency, he pledged to use his influence for the betterment of society. He saw the power he wielded not as a tool for self-aggrandizement, but as a sacred trust, a responsibility to those he represented. Jonathan began advocating for policies that promoted social justice, a commitment to ensuring equality and fairness for all. He championed environmental sustainability, understanding that the health of our planet is intrinsically linked to the well-being of its inhabitants. He insisted on transparency in governance, recognizing that honesty and openness are the bedrock of a functioning democracy. His transformation was not without its challenges. There were those who questioned his sincerity, who doubted his motives. But Jonathan persevered, guided by the lessons he had learned in that ethereal realm. He knew that true leadership was about service, about putting the needs of others before his own. Jonathan's experience became more than just a personal journey. It became a beacon for others, a call to action for his fellow politicians. His story served as a stark reminder of the power and responsibility that comes with leadership. It was a call to integrity, to empathy, to service. Jonathan's experience became a catalyst for transformation, not only for himself but also as an inspiration to fellow politicians. His journey served as a potent reminder that every decision, every action, has the potential to shape the future, to create a world that is fair, just, and sustainable for generations to come. As we soak in the magnitude of Jonathan's transformation, let's take a moment to reflect. Let's close our eyes and imagine a world where every leader, every individual, undergoes such a profound change. A world where the welfare of the many takes precedence over the desires of the few, where our environment is nurtured and cared for, and transparency reigns supreme. As we stand at this crossroads, let's unite in a moment of prayer. May our collective desire for positive change echo throughout the universe and return to us manifold. Remember, every thought, every action, every decision we make, no matter how small, has the potential to shape our world. Let's choose wisely. We agree with this prayer and believe in the power of unity. Amen. His story served as a profound reminder that leadership is a sacred trust. Jonathan's near-death experience was a catalyst for change, not only within himself, but also within the political landscape of his nation. His fellow politicians, who had previously admired his cunning and ruthless drive, now saw a man transformed. They witnessed a leader who had peered into the abyss of his own actions and returned with a renewed sense of duty and a commitment to ethical governance. Jonathan's story resonated with the public too. They saw in him a reflection of their own struggles, their own hopes for a better future. His transformation became a beacon of hope, a symbol of the potential for change even within the most hardened of hearts. His decision to prioritize the welfare of the people, to champion policies for social justice, environmental sustainability, and transparency, struck a chord within the hearts of many. But it was his courage in admitting his past wrongdoings that truly stood out. In a world where political figures often hide behind a facade of infallibility, Jonathan's humility and willingness to accept responsibility were a breath of fresh air. His actions served as a stark reminder that power does not absolve one of accountability. The impact of Jonathan's story extends beyond the political sphere. It is a testament to the power of individual choices. Each decision we make, no matter how seemingly insignificant, has the potential to shape our future and the future of those around us. It is a powerful reminder that we are not simply passive observers in life's grand theater, but active participants with the potential to affect change. Jonathan's transformation is a call to us all. It invites us to reflect on our own actions, to question the motivations that drive our choices, and to strive for a path that is guided by ethics, compassion, and a greater sense of responsibility towards our fellow beings and the world we inhabit. If you've enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on more inspiring stories like Jonathan's, do subscribe to our channel. Remember, your choices shape your world and the world of those around you. Choose wisely.